The board just returned, excuse me, from closed session and no action was taken. I will call this meeting to order at 7. And roll call, Mr. Bell.
Present.
Mrs. Carroll.
Here.
Dr. Kelly.
Here.
And Mrs. Kuhn.
Here.
And Reddit was here. I'd like to welcome everyone to the meeting, and I'd just like to let you know that we have never took a picture up here. I've been on the board for 25 years, and this is the first time. And so I apologize because it takes more time than your time. So at this point, Dr. Anderson, for your time, is present tonight.
Thank you, Madam President. Cabinet is present and accounted for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would ask Mr. Bell if you could please lead us in a flag salute. Thank you.
Okay, ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Just a moment of reflection. Thank you. Please be seated. I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Bell, second by Mrs. Carroll. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We move to item 7, request to address the board. Do we have any requests to address the board?
There are no requests to address the board at this time, Madam President.
Okay, thank you. Moving to item 12, I need a motion to approve the purchase of meal delivery van for the food services.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Bell. Second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Carroll. Any discussion?
Yes, Madam President.
Yes, go ahead, Dr. Finlay.
So this van has been around for a while. For I think we said 33 years.
33 years.
I was wondering. I don't know. This might be more of a question for Dr. Amerson and his team. But this van, if I'm not mistaken, has some artwork that is painted on the side of it that has, call out to the Duarte Food Service Program. Is that something that we could commission a student or teacher or something like that to kind of jazz this thing up? Because it's kind of a recognizable vehicle in the community. So if that's something we could do, I think it'd be kind of neat if we could paint it or wrap it or something like that to kind of make it stand out.
So we know that there are lots of different, I think, creative ways that we may be able to brand and market the food service delivery van. Let us do some research and then bring back the board, bring the board back some options, and then kind of move from there. So I'll ask my team to look into that and work with Mr. Bowles and our food services department to look into that.
All right, yeah, I'm not expecting the Oscar Mayer wiener or anything like that. Just something somewhat subtle and tasteful, I think would be great. Thank you.
Understood.
Okay, I did kind of skip one of the pictures. But the first picture, I was so happy about it, we're getting a new van, right? So what I'm gonna do, it is okay if I hold Mercedes the vote for the next time, for the after?
Go ahead and take your vote. You've already
Okay.
motioned a second.
We hear the discussion and all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, motion approved. Okay, now I go to the right order, and it's item number 8, public hearing for options for youth, Duarte material revisions to charter. So, do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Moved by Mr. Bell,
Second.
second by Mrs. Koo. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The public hearing is now open.
So we would just ask if there's anybody who would like to speak during the public hearing. I see no speakers, Madam President.
Do I have, at this point, do I have a motion to close to the public to close
Move to
the
close.
public meeting. Thank you.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Bell, second by Dr. Pelley.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 9, approval of options for youth Duarte material revisions to charter. May I have a motion?
So move.
Moved by
Second.
Mr. Bell, second by Mrs. Carroll. Any discussion?
Yes, I would like to, I guess, ask a question. So we have 2 agenda items here that kind of discuss this approval for options for youth. When is the best time to ask about these, during this one or the next one down?
Both.
Either one? Okay.
Either one, yeah.
So I was wondering if we could just have a kind of a history of what we're already doing with options for youth and what sort of this proposed change is.
Yes, I'll start and then I'll ask Dr. Hillman if I miss anything, so I'll start. So the actual approval, the request to do the approval for the material revision, it's a pretty voluminous document. I think it was 968 pages. We will certainly give Options for Youth Duarte kudos for being thorough. But essentially, we have had this agreement with OFY Duarte since 2019. It operates the charter schools within our charter, what we've authorized as a service center model under the WIOA, which is the Workforce Investment Opportunity Act, which gives them the ability to operate satellite centers. And so in 2019, this board did approve a charter of 7 of those service centers. During the course of this school year, OFY Duarte and their leadership came to the district to ask if the district would be willing to add an additional 11 service centers to the existing charter. We went through an extensive legal review, an extensive kind of back and forth to make sure that not only were we doing a comprehensive revision to the actual charter, but then also creating the right conditions to make sure that we can operationalize this change, and that's effectuated in the approval of the MOU, which is the next item. So item number 9 is their charter agreement. Item number 10 is how we effectuate the changes in that charter, in that material revision. And so there is a benefit. So let me give a couple of extra details. Because of the way that OFY runs their program and operates, there is not what you might find as the customary concerns that might come up in a school district with your district partners, your labor partners, in as much as, does the charter school impact enrollment? Does the charter school impact jobs or positions? And because of that service center model that operates outside of our district, it does not pose any kind of concern or issue to our employees nor to the instructional program here in Duarte. There is a benefit though, however, because as the chartering authorizer, we will also collect oversight fees for the additional charters and the additional enrollment. And so that information would also be a foundational financial benefit to the school district that certainly we would be more than willing to entertain that. So for the aforementioned reasons, myself and my team, as well as our legal counsel, are recommending the approval of not only the material revision, but also the forthcoming MOU.
Great, thank you.
Question with that too. Okay, so we have this, and we also have OL, Opportunity of Learning, and here based in Monrovia. So the difference a little bit with that?
Yeah, thank you, Vice President Carroll. So we do have now 3 charter school partners. Ostensibly, we have our CSR San Gabriel Valley. We also have Options for Youth, which is what we're entertaining tonight. But we also have Opportunities for Learning. And I do see Mr. Moreno, I think, is here. And so our principal, Mr. Moreno, from Opportunities for Learning, they did relocate. I know historically they were in Monrovia. They did relocate. They are in the city of Duarte. They're right behind the El Pollo Loco, right down the street here on Huntington Drive. That program is different, and it is different as much as that they operate specifically within our district boundaries. We have a very, very strong partnership. It is a very unique and individualized program that meets both OFL's needs as well as the district's needs. And so that partnership has been great and it's been functioning. It is different because it does not operate under WIOA as does OFY. So the programs are different, but both very, very beneficial to the district.
Thank you.
Any other question or comment?
And then I just wanted to ask if this material revision to the charter has any effect on our labor partners?
It does not have any direct or material impact on our labor partners, as again, all of these service centers would be outside of the city of Duarte and outside of our school district boundaries. However, it does, for the district overall, present a financial benefit as a result of the additional oversight fees that we would collect.
Thank you.
Any other comment? Okay. After Dr. Finley's questions, then all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion approved. Item number 10, approval of MOU with Options for Youth, Duarte. May I have a motion?
So move.
Moved by Mr. Bell, second.
Second?
Second by Dr. Finley. Any discussion? Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Item 11, extended field trip. May I have a motion?
So move.
Second?
Moved by Mr. Bell, second by Mrs. Carroll. And I just wanna, I know I read everything and they're going to Ohio, then they're coming back about 10, 11, and how many kids are, 10?
Yeah, it's a small group of students going up for a competition at the Thacker School up in Ojai, so they're not overnight, but given that it's over 100 miles in distance,
Right.
then we need to approve it by the board.
Thank you. It's really good to hear always how our kids are doing their best and going to competition up there. They put the Duarte Unify up there. So, thank you. Okay, all in favor to approve this extended field trip?
Aye.
Thank you, motion approved. And we're gonna skip number 11 because I went ahead and so we approve it. Okay, item number 13, appointment of the 7-Eleven Access Management Committee.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
prior to the board taking any action, I'd like to submit a correction. So for the 7-Eleven committee, there were 8 names that were listed. However, there are 9 participants on our 7-Eleven Asset Management Committee. So I would like to submit a correction and add and include Andrea Grimm in the parent of student category. So there will be 9 members of the 7-Eleven committee rather than the 8.
Okay, and we do have, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, perfect. So I need a motion to approve item number 13 with the amendment that Dr. Emerson just mentioned. May I have a motion?
So move.
Second?
Moved by Mr. Bell, second by Dr. Finley. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any questions?
Yes. I was wondering, so this committee that's being put together, they're going to start meeting when and how often? And is it going to be televised or recorded, or how is the public going to gain access to that?
Ms. Bell?
There are 4 meetings scheduled. The first meeting is Tuesday, May 3rd, then Monday, May 9th, Monday, May 16th, and Monday, May 23rd.
So to answer so thank you to Ms. Bell for that. Does the board have a specific preference? Would you like them live streamed? Would you like them simply recorded and uploaded? As like this meeting is happening tonight, we're not live streaming this meeting, but we are recording it and then would make it publicly available. What's the board's pleasure?
I'll speak for this board member. I mean, I don't know what all the board wants to do, but I would definitely like to have it recorded and made available. I think we do that on YouTube with these videos. I don't necessarily feel like it has to be live, but I think having it recorded and able for people to watch it after the fact, I think would be great.
Yeah, understood.
I agree too. I think it would be good to see it and know what's going on, to be honest.
So just looking down the dais, Madam President, it seems like there's consensus that that's what you guys would like to see.
Yes, right. And would you please explain why they are in this special, every other week?
Yeah, so one of the things that we wanted, one of the things that we got as a very direct charge from the board was that we needed to right-size the district, we needed to maximize the efficient use of all of our facilities and our programs and services. And so the board in December took the action to consolidate and close Andrews Duarte Arts Academy effective at the end of this year. That program on that campus will be closed. So now there's an asset, there's a school-based property that we need to evaluate and assess what are the opportunities or the options that the board could consider. And so to do this process in an open and transparent way, the board decided to impanel a 7-Eleven committee to get outside perspective from a wide range of stakeholders that would allow us to make sure that we're listening to the community and getting their perspectives to help inform and give the board recommendations about what the board's options would be. And so we did want to move with some expediency for the express reason of not letting the community think that the property was just going to sit and kind of dilapidate, but rather we were going to take immediate action to find some value-based proposition that we could offer. And so that's why we've impaneled the group this spring. We've done a pretty aggressive series of meetings, so that way we can bring recommendations to this board over the course of this summer and into the fall. Because, as a reminder, there are two programs that are still operating on the campus for the next academic year, that being MIT, and also being our preschool child development program hub is also there. So there's all kinds of reasons for us to take some immediate action so we can get concrete plans in place to determine what happens, not only with the property, but also those programs as well.
Thank you, Dr. Emerson. With that information, I need to ask for all in favor.
Aye.
Thank you. And with that, we'll move this. I know it's not in the agenda, but I will ask at this point if any of you have any comment. It is not agenda item.
Madam President, I'd like to ask for a moment of personal privilege. I wanted to take this time to share with the public that I am going to be stepping down as a board member to focus on my new blooming family. So super excited, but just wanted to ensure that I put my energy somewhere and that somebody who has more time and energy can definitely support the board. But I appreciate it and I'm very thankful to have been a part of all of the thoughtful conversations and just knowing all of the people's hearts and how much we care for these students is really amazing. So thank you.
Gonna miss you, lady.
Oh, yeah, friend of the show. Thank you, Mrs. Koo. And
Madam President,
yes, sir.
may I?
Please.
Okay. I want to do two things. First and foremost, I do want to again recognize our OFY family members and community members that are here in the audience. I know it's been a long process and we've worked through that, and so appreciate you all being here and congratulations. We're happy to continue this partnership. So I wanted to make sure I said that. I meant to say it right after the item passed, but if you can't do it then, do it now, right? The second thing I want to say is I just want to take a moment just to recognize board member Jackie Koo for her steadfast commitment to being a board member who's extremely thoughtful, who's extremely measured in the way that she looks at the things that are presented to her. We always had very, very thoughtful conversations filled with really good questions. And man, I'm like, man, I gotta do my homework before I call board member Koo. But I say that with reverence and a deep amount of respect for who you are and what you've added to this board. You've added immense value to this board, and also personally, you've added immense value to me as a leader and as a superintendent who's trying to do good work for the community, and you've always been supportive, and I appreciate that, and I will be forever grateful. So thank you for your service.
Thank you, Mrs. Koo. It has been a short journey, but I have learned a lot from you. So we will miss you, and it's going to be tough to bring someone to fit your position. So if there are any other comments, or?
I want to share something. So,
Go ahead.
yeah, it has been an immense pleasure to be able to serve with Jackie. She's, we live fairly close to one another, and it's been really nice to get to talk to her about some items that have been on the agenda, and I've really been impressed with her level of maturity with a lot of these topics, many of which I lack maturity on. So I've been really, really grateful for that, and I'm really excited for you guys for this next chapter in your life, and there's probably only one calling higher than being on the school board, and that's doing what you're doing. So best wishes.
I'm going to say something too, similar to what James said. It's great having you on the board because we had a different lens. We had a teacher's lens to look at. We all are very different here on the board. We all see things a little differently. I'm a parent with students here. But she came from a lens that came from working in the school district or working, so it brought some different things that we didn't see sometimes. Maybe we saw it through her lens. And I don't know about James with being important, but I think being a mother is quite up there, and just enjoy your life and your new adventure with your baby and concentrate on that first and then come back later.
Go ahead.
And likewise, Jackie, I am really, pretty much like James, you have a very unique style, but I love the way you think about the community, and you look at the teacher side, you look at the parental side, you see the community in a whole different way than maybe some of us, and I love the way you think. And I just want to say that even though you haven't been here a long time, the thoughts you have and the things that you share, and I hope you come on back here after you have this. Bring some of that ADA back here. But more importantly, I just appreciate the fact to have a family-loving board member like you, and it's been a thrill to know that you are leaving for something like that. I think it's an honor, but it's been an honor knowing you, and thank you very much for your service. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, I think it is sad, but I mean, what can we say? Okay, and thank you for announcing that food. I think it is, people will understand. But, yeah. Okay, item number 14, adjournment in memory of Gladia Alice Bell. And I just ask for, before I ask to, no, I will ask for a motion first to adjourn. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Dr. Finlay, second by Mrs. Carroll. I just like to say that Gladia Alice Bell was a wonderful woman that I met at Andres Duarte, and she served this school district great, an example of what dedication was. And also having a kids and having in our ward, her son, it has been a great gift that she gave to us to share with you, Mr. Bell. And it was a wonderful journey with running together, you and I, but seeing your mother hosting meetings among her community, and I mean, she was very active, and living 99 years is a wonderful.
100.
100, it's true.
She made 100.
She made 100, okay. I want to hear that. So thank you, Mr. Bell, for allowing your mom and let us be part of your family through her. So thank you very much, and we are with you, yes.
And I really do appreciate it. For me, I think about my mom, again, naturally, no doubt about it, it was like being slapped and stabbed all at the same time. But she raised 8 children, all 8 of us, and we were born in South Central Los Angeles. We grew up in the housing projects in LA. She was 4 boys and 4 girls, and all of us went to college. And I have some very smart brothers and sisters. I'm just one of the others. But I'm just saying that to have a mom like we have had has been one of the greatest blessings I could ever say. And my whole career as a law enforcement officer, she and my father were the type of parents that we had more like them, we would have fewer problems in some of our communities. So I just, saying, and, I mean, she lived life all the way to the end. I mean, I was with her second day before she left here, and then she went into hospice care. But she's probably mad already. Yep, that's her. But I just want to say thank you very much for acknowledging her. She was, I told you she was tough. I told you she was tough. But thank you very much for allowing this. Couldn't have been any other way. So thank you very much, Madam.
You're welcome, Mr. Bell. All in favor to adjourn the meeting in memory of Mr. Bell's mom? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you. It's our mom.